So, how do I do it? How do I do what I do? Oh, come on, low battery. Okay. Well, let's see if I can do this at all. First of all, let's flip so I can see what you can see. And the legs of this thing are annoying, so I'm going to take them off. Down here, third thing up. No, yes, third thing up. Click on that. Double click. Movie Edit Pro. Magics. 2013 plus. Okay. Open previous project. (2018) Anke 0A. Open. Okay, this is the actual working bit. And if I can push Steuerung, you can see the first 3 or so pictures here. These white X's are where they are crossing over. So the first one ramps up and then crosses over to the second one, and the second one crosses over to the third one, and you can see that very typically a crossover starts where the music gets a little louder. It's kind of like a beat. My Kindle's in the way. So we go along and along and along. To start with, I just find the photos that I want, this group of 60, in a folder someplace, and bring that up here to import, as we have the music import showing. Thomas Tallis. Anyway, Ralph von Williams. Volden, yes. Anyway, given that the music is, and that's what I kind of chose first, along with the set of your pictures, of course, and the music is 14 minutes long, so 60 photos to last 14 minutes, the average has to be 14 seconds. You can figure that out mathematically. It's very simple. But anyway, so I set that number in a certain menu and highlight the whole bunch of pictures ending on the first one, and then bring that down to the working area here, that list, so to speak, and it just fills in, and then I extend each picture typically somewhat towards the beginning and somewhat towards the end, and I set effects. Highlight this one. Here's Anke. Typically, highlight this one, and up above it says what I can do. I can go in or out, left, right, or whatever. And I can control the starting point for the oops. I can delay the start for the zoom or whatever it is that's going to happen. And that's about it. Of course, I may work that over a little and yeah, watch and listen and see how it fits, see how it seems. No, I'm not going to save this. Okay. So that's how I do it. Don't save. Any changes I made are not real. And there's my Facebook page on my internet computer. Anyway, almost 7 minutes. I hope that gives you some idea of how I do the editing. And then kaleidoscopes is another story which we could go into if we feel like, but we won't at the moment. Using a still older version of a Magix video editing program for the kaleidoscopes. Anyway, so maybe that gives you a clear idea of how I do it, and we'll see. Namaste. Oh, well, I could be a little more personal. I could comb my hair, brush my hair too. Oh, I have freshly baked, what I call gratin, thick sliced potatoes raw, 400 grams or so, 100 grams of bacon pasted around the insides of the glass baking dish, in place of butter or something like that, and it makes it nice. And a bit more than 100 grams of cheese, mostly English cheddar, sharp English cheddar. And what else? Oh, well, sprinkled with a little salt, a little pepper, a little muscat in between the layers. Put a layer of potatoes, then a layer of cheese, but little thin slices, just made with a potato peeler. A little flour sifted, next layer, and so on. Last interlayer is shallotten, little slices of purple onion-like things instead of cheese. And the top layer, and then filled a little too full with 50-50 milk and cream, and then some crumbled cheese on top, in this case Gouda, so there'd be a melted cheese on top. Then into the oven on a sitting on a large metal pan, because it will drip and the drips will burn. In any case, that's done and ready for me to sample it, I think. It's been cooling for half an hour or so. Oh, it's time that I go and take my pills too. Ta-da!